Yo guys, what is going on? Blossom is back and welcome back to another episode of Top Drives. And you guys know that I always do this every time I hit a new milestone. I did this at 300, 400, 500, and yes, you've guessed it, I have now hit 600 fully upgraded ultra rares. Now, as you guys know, ultra rare is like my meat and potatoes. Like, I am an ultra rare collector. I don't care if an ultra rare is good, medium, intermediate. Does that even make any sense? Like, if it's good or bad. Like, if the ultra rare is a horrible ultra rare, I will still collect it. I will still max it out. I'm not a collector for all rarities, but I'm definitely a collector for ultra rares. And not only am I a collector for ultra rares, I don't consider them to be collected until they are fully upgraded. So for example, if I had the Subaru Legacy stock and I didn't have any other Subaru Legacy, but I had it in my garage, but it was stock, I wouldn't count it in my collection, you know what I mean? Like, I only care about cars that are maxed out, because for ultra rares, like, when they're stock, they're basically, well, not basically, but literally useless. But anyway, guys, I want to just showcase to you my 600 fully upgraded ultra rares. What were the cars I decided to upgrade, and, you know, more especially, what are the ones that I decided to upgrade in duplicate? So first things first is the double Subaru Legacy GTB. I mean, this car is actually like kind of garbage, I'm not gonna lie. Like 71% win ratio in this one, because I was using this in clubs yesterday and like it was like losing against super rares and I absolutely just hated it. But the main reason why I have duplicates of the max is because I had an overload of ultra rare tokens. I had so much ultra rare tokens that I didn't know what to upgrade anymore, so I was like, you know what, I'll just upgrade both of them anyway, why not, right? So yeah, those two are upgraded. Then these two, I have one for the rain. This is the rain one with 96 handling, and then I have one for the dry with 97 handling. Basically 323s for the wet and then 233s for the dry. It's a really good low ground clearance French car, so I do use it from time to time. This is my older one, like it's very old, 1,438 days. I've had it almost, I mean, I've raced it for almost 4,000 times with a win ratio of 66%. Now, win ratio isn't too high on these cars, but I use them a lot because they lose to like RQ 64s and 63s by 50, and that's all that really matters sometimes. So yeah, I do use those cars a lot. I got two Pulsars. This one I upgraded the wrong way. It doesn't really win anything. I mean, I've been contemplating selling this actually. 63% win ratio and I've only 100 races. I mean, it's only won about 60 races. Not a very good car, I'll be honest. This one is good though. Like, you just want to get it the right way. If you upgrade it the right way, oh sorry, yeah, 323 is the right way. This is 233. This isn't the right way. This was the car that basically like it basically taught me like the 6-second rule. Like, if the 0 to 60 is more than 6 seconds or is 6 seconds, I will go 323. If the 0 to 60 is over is under 6 seconds, I would go 233. And the issue with the Pulsar was that this car was actually over 6 seconds, or I think it was 6 seconds flat. So going 233 on this was actually pretty detrimental. So the 233 version is really useless, honestly. I don't use it that often. Honestly, might sell it if the going gets tough one day. I don't know. Moving on for the rest of the collection though, I got 3 of the Lotus Elite Sport 135s. You guys know that I freaking love this car so much. I believe that one of these is actually my it has to be that 1978, has to be 1961. Yeah, so is this one 1978. Almost 2,000 freaking days, guys. Almost 2,000 freaking days. This is the same exact Elite Sport 135 that is from the campaign. So this is a very rare car. I don't have a lot of campaign price cars anymore because, like, I think it's only the Elise, the Trailblazer, and the 12C. Oh, and the Camaro. And then I think everything else I've just sold or fused away. I think, you know, given in context, I was a new player, probably sold, maybe. Okay. Moving on to Countach, obviously, like, this Countach used to be like really good, like as an ex-Blossom choice, used to be the best car for the test bowl, blah blah blah. Well, unfortunately the car got nerfed to hell, so it's really useless now. I got my Dragspan Honda Accord. I still think this is the best way to upgrade the Honda Accord, just because for an RQ50 standard tire car, it has a ridiculously low 0 to 60, like 4.9, like sub 5 seconds for a standard tire car with medium ground clearance is actually really impressive. So yeah, that's drag spec. I got my army of Ford Flexes. All of them came up from super rare. I think every single one, right? Yeah, every single one came up from super rare. And like I said, I had an overload of tokens. I had more tokens than I could even spend. I'm pretty sure I had some tokens that just like got converted into cash because I had nothing else to upgrade. But I upgraded all the Ford Flexes, so that's pretty cool. I got 2 Broncos, which is a better version of the Raptor. This car just turned out to be a very massive disappointment. You think AT handling 4-wheel drive off-road tires would be really good, but I guess it's just way too heavy. What I'm starting to realize is that there's a kind of like a 2.1 kg 2K line, like if the car is under 2.1 like tons, like 2100 kilograms, then it will still perform decently on the dirt. But if it has like more than 2100 kilograms, it will perform like crap on the dirt. I don't know, like there's a threshold somewhere that I need to find. The threshold is somewhere in between the Bronco. Well, the Bronco is ridiculously light. I think that's the other reason why the Bronco just destroys the Raptor everywhere. I mean, the Bronco is just so incredibly light for a four-wheel drive off-roader car. I mean, 1315 kilograms is incredibly light. But I think there are some other SUVs out there that are still very strong on the 2K mark. So that's why I think like, oh, 2300 is probably where the line is. Moving on though, we're still in the RQ50s. I mean, 600 ultra rares is a lot to go through, so I'll go as quickly as possible. But obviously the Giulia Veloce, I got a pair of those. One's 323 and one is 233. The 323 version over here is ridiculously old, 1,531 days. This one is a lot newer at 299 days, so less than a year. And then, like I said, man, I don't care if the Ultra is crap, I will max it. And the Range Rover Sport is a piece of crap, but I don't care, I will max it because it is an Ultra Rare. So here's the rest of the collection. We got some Morgan Plus 4s. I'll go through this pretty quickly and then I'll show you the new ones. I think the new ones that I really want to show you are just the 4 new updates, right? Enter the Black Forest, World Expo, Amalfi Coast, Lock to Lock, and learn the Savannah Way, because I do have a lot of Ultra Rares max from those updates already, and you'll see some of them here already, like the Alpha 159 as well as the GTV Cup. I got a pair of RSXs, which I think is pretty good. A lot of people think that it's crap, but I think it's actually pretty good. I know it loses to the ELR in some cases, but if you can only use Ultra Rares, then the Acura RSX is a very good option because it handles really well. It's a lightweight car, it's medium ground clearance. I do like the car a lot, to be honest, but a lot of people just are not a fan. I mean, I think the main thing was because I used to Blossom Choice this, so I feel like it's a good car, but I think a lot of people don't think it's good enough to be like Blossom Choice level. But I do use it quite a bit though. I mean, I've had it for 208 days, 252 races, and then there you go, 87% win ratio. Same one over here, 75. Okay, this one's a little bit lower, but the 87 one truly is impressive. I got 4 of the Lavorgs. I mean, every single one of them were super rare. So also a bit of a disappointing car though. It's like the Raptor, where I thought it would be really good, but it's actually not that good. 86 handling 4-wheel drive standard. You think it's really good, but at the end of the day, you want to use the Lavorg from JPT anyway. 2 Trans Am 30th anniversaries. One is 323. This one is 223. Both of them. Well, this one I always had. Like, this is the old one. I've had it for over 1,000 days. But this one I had to actually upgrade for the I think it was the Valentine challenge. No, Year of the Rabbit. I had to max it for Year of the Rabbit because I'd rather just max out like another crap ultra rare than a super rare. So I went for the 30th anniversary because I had 2 lying around. I got 2 of these G40s. To be completely honest, really want to sell this. This was a big mistake. I mean, this is 233, and 323 is definitely the way to go of the G40 because the 0 to 60 once again on this car is just over 6 seconds stock. So you want to go 323 on those kind of cars. So I don't know, man. I might sell that G40. I feel like I'll sell this when I unpack a third G40, max that the right way, which is 323, like you see in this one, and then I'll sell this because like the difference, like 5.6 to 5.5. Okay, that's actually a pretty substantial difference, to be fair. All right, moving on now. I mean, all these cars you've seen before, so nothing too new over here. This one's pretty new though, the Quattro Sport. Carrera GTS as well, Enter the Black Forest. Really big fan of this car. MRA is pretty decent and it's ridiculously light. 585 kilograms is so light. Double RX-7s. This is very useful for like Mazda clubs. Those cars helped me out a lot. Once again, I think that my 323 is the older of the two. 1,668. Pretty sure this was from the Mazda update. 1668, and this is 397, just a little over a year. So yeah, one is way older. I got a lot of duplicates, guys. I mean, obviously, like Ultra Rares is like the bread and butter for me when it comes to clubs, so they just perform very well. I mean, it's like, you know, just slightly under Epic. Sometimes they lose to Epics by only 50, especially the Blossom Choice ones, like the 340R, or what used to be Blossom Choice, or maybe like the Zenus or the Peugeot. Sometimes they even beat Epics, to be honest. But yeah, I got 2 Lancia Delta Integrales, which were super rares as well. 2 Lamborghini Miuras, both drag spec, and then we have all of these with the Fiat A-Barbs. All of this used to be super rares, so once again, I was just using tokens. I think these used to all be super rares as well. The Stilos are on the size end of the Stillo. Those are all super rare. I got my pair of Nitros. I got my army of Charger 3s, obviously Blossom Choice. I love drags, and the Charger 3 is one of the best cars to use. It's been Blossom Choice since it's been introduced to the game, so it's been Blossom Choice for about 3 years now. And yeah, the Charger 3, no, not 3 years, because it came 2020 December, so about 2 years, a little over 2 years. Charger 3 is amazing, absolutely amazing car, ridiculously low 0 to 60, good MRI. Only thing about it, top speed isn't that high, but really, really strong. I have 6 of them max for a reason. And moving on, just a bunch of filler. I think these two were for a challenge. I can't remember what it was, but I maxed both of them for a challenge. That was it. Got 2 Bulldogs drag spec, and I also have a pair of V90s. I got these very early on in European Revolution, so I think they are pretty close. It's 900. I'm gonna guess it's like 895. 914. Okay, well there you go, like 2 weeks apart. But yeah, they're very old cars, both of them max. Very useful cars, to be fair. Resvani tank as well, maxes out. Don't think I've really ever used it. Yeah, 18 races of 61. Aye, that's not very good, is it? Yeah, 72 handling, 4-wheel drive off-road. The main thing here is that this car is just, it's heavy, not too heavy. I don't think it's like too heavy, like it's not 2,300. But the handling on this thing sucks. So much to the point where I don't even want to use it. I got 2 Maybach 62 Landaules. Obviously, these are really good before the other Maybach went down to ultra rare, because this was a time when the other Maybach was an epic. But now, obviously, both the Maybachs are ultra rares. But you know, one is still low RQ, one is still high RQ. So these 2 cars are still going to be useful. This is like the ultimate club car. I don't use it anywhere else besides club events. Whenever it's like, you know, all surface ×5 in clubs, but like the Traxxas are all dry, then the QX50 is like one of the best cars to use. But outside of clubs, this car is kind of useless. Moving on, we got 2 Dodge SRT4s, the Neons, and then we have the M80s. Love this car. Reese loves it too. I got a pair of Aston Martins, and I think a lot of you guys know I'm an Aston Martin collector, I'm a Dodge collector, I'm a Porsche collector. So you're going to be seeing a lot of Porsches and Astons and Dodges, especially Dodges. Now, these 3 911s are ridiculously old, every single one of them. 1,880 days, 1,879 days, and 1,794 days. So I got them all within about a week, and it's just an amazing car. I've seen this car grow up so much, because it used to be rare. It used to be rare, and then I think it was a standard tire rare at the time, and then it got, I think, medium ground clearance maybe, and then it went up to super rare, and then after that it went up to ultra rare. I really don't know why it went up to ultra. I forgot what other stat buff it got, but yeah, the growth of this car, this literally used to be a rare. This, fun fact, has also won me a prize car, because there was a Porsche final where it was everything off-road, and not a lot of players at the time had Cayennes and Macans, and this was the next best option because it had standard tires. So I ran 3 of them during the final, and I think it was for the Porsche 911 GT1 race road car. Yeah, dude, it's a crazy car. It's insane to see how far it's come from a rare to an ultra rare. Also, the best car in Need for Speed Heat, by the way. All right, moving on, we got some Mercedeses that we see over here. I gotta say, man, a lot of these Mercs, they got so many picture changes where I don't even know what this Merc looked like 6 months ago before World Expo. I really don't know anymore. It's gotten like a picture change like 2 times. I got my army of G63s as well. 2 are drag spec, 1 is fast circuit spec. 2 CX9s, which, I mean, this car is actually pretty impressive. It's very heavy, but it actually hits, well, I wouldn't say it hits above its weight. I think it deserves to be at 55, but like it beats cars that handle better than it in some cases, which is surprising. I think mainly because the 0 to 60 is just kind of low. I got my 3 of a kind Civic Type Rs. Obviously, they're upgraded all 3 ways: 969, 699, and 996. And of course, guys, when you're watching this video, you can feel free to pause at any time. I have 3 Renault Desirs. 2 are super twisty spec, and 1 is wet spec, so one I can use in wet conditions, or you can also call it slalom spec. I have my pretty interesting D10. What makes this interesting is that I actually have a drag spec, mainly because if I got it 233, yeah, it'll hit about like 87, 88 handling, but like that's kind of crap still. So I know the MR and the D10 isn't too bad. I mean, in relative terms, like if you compare it to like where you would compare a Donkavort to, like against Lotuses and Caterhams, then it's got the best MRA. I think it's like in the high 70s. I can't really remember. There are too many cars in the game to remember every single stat. But yeah, you know what? I went for the drag spec, and yeah, I'm not used to too much, honestly. 72 races, but the win ratio is not that bad, over 80%. Got two chargers. One is drag spec as well. I think this is the drag. No, this is the drag spec one. 4 seconds. Back then I think it used to be like 3.6 seconds before it got a 0 to 60 nerf. But it wasn't really a nerf. It was a 0 to 60 nerf, but it got its MRA like massively improved at the same time, because the Charger SRT8's MRA used to be like 50. I think now it's more like in a 70 range, which is still not good. But I digress. I had a drag spec for a reason back in the day. I got a Charger Daytona, got two of them. One is 233, one is 323. Same thing for the Grand Sport. One is 323, the other is 233. Moving on to the collection, I have my collection of Suzuki Ignis Super 1600s. Anytime there's Dragon City or City Living in clubs, like this is the car to use. As long as it is dry, this is the car that I want to use for the medium ground clearance. I also have a drag spec Blitzen because it's one of the few Subarus with better MRA in the high 80s, I believe. And the Legacy, this one is the twisty version, yeah, 323, yep, wet spec twisty version. And then I'm my army of 911 Turbo M4. Oh, that sounds so weird. The Martini just sounds better. I'm just gonna call it Turbo Martini forever. But I got my 6 Max Turbo Martinis, and always I don't know which is the cursed one. I think the cursed one is the one with 171 miles per hour. Let me double check. Yeah, it is. All right, 789. There you go. I don't have a lot of Ultra Airs because like I'm an Ultra Air purist. Like I want to use my Ultra Airs in the best of their abilities. Like I want to make sure that they are the strongest variation of the strongest form they can be. But this one is this is a rare one. 789. Very old car. I've had it for 1,271 days. 78 win ratio for a 789 car. I also have 5 Max Opel Adam R2s, obviously like back before, well actually no, not before the Corsa. Now that the Corsa has gone up to an epic, the Opel Adam R2 is a very, very good front wheel drive off-roader. So I got 5 of those. Obviously they're also medium ground clearance, unlike the Fiats. We have 2 370Z Nismos, and honestly I still think that this is one of the best photos in the game. Very, very, very nice. And then we also have a pair of Ford RS200s and Mustang GTs. Fun fact, I had this car when it was an Ultra Rare before it went to an Epic, and then it went up. No, I think the way it worked was this: it started life as an Epic, then it went down to Ultra, and then it went back up to Epic, and then it went back down to Ultra. I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. Because I think somewhere down the line, I think many years ago, the Ford Mustang GT was actually medium ground clearance. I'm pretty sure. My memory's a bit hazy because it's been a long time, but I do believe that this was medium ground clearance. So yeah, that's a really good one too. I got some couple of power boxes, but yeah, now it's low. So yeah, it's also, you know, ultra rare, mid ultra rare at that. I got a pair of Z4M coupes. This is one of the best twisty German cars. Not a lot of German ultra rares hitting 94 handling, which is very, very depressing actually, because now ultra rares that hit like 100 handling and 99 handling is becoming less and less rare, and 94 is like, you know, just garbage at this point. Like there's so many American cars that can go over 94, but still when you look at German ultras, not a lot of them can actually go over 94. There's this, and then there's the other medium ground clearance BMW from Enter the Black Forest that hits 95. It's rare. It's rare to find a really good handling German ultra rare. It's kind of crazy. I got 3 TLXs, obviously all used for clubs, a couple of Subis over here, 2 Pontiac GTOs, 1969, 1699. We got an Exige S2 and my drag spec Lotus Carlton. And as always, I think I have already shot over the one ultra rare that I must always look for. It's my Legacy, where, oh wait, I'm thinking of no, I'm dumb. I'm thinking of my super rare. Never mind. Yeah, the super rare is my oldest car in my garage. There we go, the M5 E39 M5. So this is my oldest ultra rare in my garage. It's my drag spec. I will always know that this particular one is my oldest one because it is drag spec, and as you can see, I've had it for 1,985 days. So we are 2 weeks away from hitting 2,000 days on my oldest ultra rare. And I love this car. Back in the day when this used to be, you know, an amazing dragster, it had amazing MRA. Back in the day, this car had like 88, 89 MRA. I absolutely loved it. And the switch to V8 power for BMW's M's Big Saloon. Yeah, very old car, 1,479 races, 77% win ratio. Once again, 3 of a kind, 969, 699, and 996 on my BMW M5s. Moving on now, the Aston Martin Virage Volantes and the Vantages and the Rapide Bartone Jets. Obviously 222, just like Noah's Ark. I also have the Aston Martin DB9. Only have one of these. What's your spec? 323. I should probably get a second DB9 and get it 233. If anyone is wondering why my Aston Martins, a lot of them are 323. Okay, at the start of Great Exhibition, 323 were the way to go, strangely enough, for Aston Martins, and then they did like a small change, and then 223 was the way to go, as it always should be for an ultra rare. So obviously I had to get a bunch of ultra rares again. I had to get a lot of Aston Martins again and 233 them. So that's why you'll see a lot of 323 Astons, but then again there are also a lot of 233s because I've balanced them out. So I think this is 323. Yeah, so I'll probably need to get another DB9 and repeat and max them the right way. But like I said, ultra rare Aston Martins are actually kind of garbage, so there's no rush. Then with the TVR Tamora, rest in peace, man. One of the cars where I've loved for so long. I mean, how old is this? Okay, that's the young one. Never mind, we don't talk about that. Yeah, 705, so over 2 years, and 967, so almost 1,000 days. Yeah, so for over 1,000 days, I mean, obviously, like, there was a time where I didn't even own this car. I would say that about 1,000 days, the TVR Tomorrow's reign was truly unbeatable, but unfortunately we've entered the Savannah way, the Fiji water car. It's just better in every way now. Yeah, one of the rare German ultra rares that actually hit over 94 handling. I'm pretty sure this is one of the highest handling German ultra rares, if not the highest. And then we have, yeah, the Liz 60 just ones, and then a pair of a Fiji water cars over here. Got very lucky to unpack 2 of them, which was exactly what I needed for the Sauber finals for the C11, which obviously I won if you haven't checked my Instagram. But yeah, both of them are drag spec. Absolutely love the car. Pretty sure they got insane. Well, actually, I don't think they have good win ratios because they draw with other Fiji water cars. 87. Hey, that's not too bad. Okay, this is an older one then. 90, wow. For cars that just draw, that's actually very high. I got my Smurf boys. One is 233 and then one is 323, just in case I needed this for the slalom in the Sauber C11 final. But then again, I got the Epic, so I'd rather use the Epic instead. Obviously it was going to beat the FPV, so I didn't use this in the end, but this was like a precautionary upgrade just in case I needed to use this for the Sauber finals. Moving on, I got a pair of Viper RT10s. They are absolutely fantastic. One of the best 59s in my opinion. Not a pair, I got 3. And I got a triple of the Stealths, 2 of the SRT8s, 1 STSV. I still want more of this, but I've only unpacked 1. 2 AC Cobras, Suzuki C2s, 3 Renault Sport Megans as well. Those are really nice. We got 911 RSs, 718 Caymans, and 718 Boxsters. All of these cars are just very like, they used to be really good before World Expo. They used to be like RQ62, 63s, but now they're kind of just meh ultra rares. I do like my drag spec version though. The MRA on this 911 RS is really strong. So 332 on this bad boy, 4.190. Really good dragster. Not the best, but it's decent. Like, if I feel like it will have its moment one day. And obviously the Mercedes-Benz S63 AMG and X64 RQ car that is now 60. Now this is the one where it also got a photo change, but I still see the old photo in it. I still remember what it used to look like. It's just a really cool car. Really good MRI on this. BBR MX-5. I feel like this car has been out for a very long time. Yeah, 434. Actually, it's not that bad. Only over a year. Rest in peace, 340R. You've been absolutely replaced by the Zenith. But you're still really cool, but just not as cool as the Zenith anymore. Obviously, we have the Prototipos. I got 3 of them. They're really strong. I love this car. And then we have 2 Di Tommaso Guaras, 2 Camaro SSs, and then you got a couple more unique cars. We have an army of my roof BTRs. You know me, man. I love this car. X Blossom Choice used to be fantastic. Still, in my opinion, completely overrated. 61 RQ for what? Just because you're medium? Like, come on. Like, the 0 to 60 is garbage. The handling is mediocre. The main thing about it is that it's just light. It's just light and it's medium. That's it. And it's from the 80s. So, you know, it's a very interesting car in its niche. Not a lot of competitors. And then moving on, we have 2 968 turbos that you see over here. 2 Benz SCLS 500s. I mean, this car's a really low 0 to 60. MRI is really good. Handling is really good. It's a really good hybrid car. Not going to beat a Maybach. Not going to beat, you know, a super twisty orientated standard tire car either, like the Mazda Cosmo, because it has 6 more handling. But the CLS 500 is still really strong. I love that car. Stradale, I got the Countach drag spec, used to be an epic, so that's also pretty cool to unpack. XKR 175, amazing MR on this bad boy. This thing is just crazy. I mean, this is one of those cars where also it used to be super rare. I feel like it might have even used to be rare. I'm not sure, but it used to be super rare. I know that for sure. And then from the super rare, it went up to a low end ultra rare. And then from a low end ultra, like RQ19, back in the day before the RQ rescaling. And then I think it went into RQ55. So like kind of mid-range ultra. Now it's 61. Now it's like borderline high end ultra, which is just crazy, honestly. You know, like this car, like I don't know, man. It used to be super rare, and then it just got so many buffs. I think back in the day it was like low with rear wheel drive, or it didn't handle very well. I think this car got a medium buff, a 4-wheel drive buff, a handling buff, a lower 0 to 60 buff. It's like it's slowly just getting better and better. It's kind of crazy. I got 5 of the rallies as well, and 5 of the 520Ds. Why I have so many of these? Because you know it's a really good car. It used to be really good at RQ56. Then it got a buff. It got a handling buff, so it's actually even better. Medium ground clearance, 4 jet center tires. You know how it is, man. It's really strong. I have 4 repeat S's because I am a saloon collector. I'm a sucker for saloons. Only one 5.0 V8. I do want more. I had them when they were epics, but obviously I'm not gonna max those. Fuse them into legendaries instead. But yeah, man, this is such a amazing car. 49 races, 65% win ratio. I mean, that's not the best number to showcase, but I'm pretty sure most of it is because it just draws with other versions of itself. 3 Pontiac Touring GXPs, Porsche 911 Turbo. This one surprisingly isn't drag spec. It's oh wait, so it is. Wait, I thought it was 3.5. Did he get a nerf? I swear to God it was 3.5. Dude, the funniest thing about this 911 Turbo was that this was a car that a lot of people actually had to max as an epic during the Yesco final. Because that was when this car used to be epic, but it's gone down. I have 2 of these now. I think my second one, I'm gonna go 233. 91 handling is kind of worthless though. I really hope this gets a photo change. Please change this picture, because this is such a bad photo of what is genuinely a very sexy car. I got 3 of a kind in the Skyline: drag, twisty, dry, and twisty wet. I got Mini Cooper works as well. Really good car. I have this 233. I have a second one stock, which I also want to upgrade in time. 2 Lancia Delta Integrales, 3 Jaguar X types, Ford Focuses galore as well, Abarth SE030. We got 3 Auto Deltas, which slowly are getting replaced with those Mini Cooper works. And of course, I mean, the car that directly replaced my 340R army is my Zenith army. And it's funny because it took me, I think, 3.5 years to get 4 Lotus 340Rs. It took me like 2 weeks to get 4 Zenith E10s. I got really lucky where like I got 2 of these, I think, back to back in a stream from a singular World Expo carbon. Like 1 World Expo carbon, 1 Zenith, and that happened twice in 1 stream. I remember that. It was you know, I think Korn donated, and he would help me to open a pack, and I opened one, I got a Zenith. And then later on, Jakob donated, and then I opened another pack, and then I got the Zenith again. So yeah, I got 4 of these bad boys, and honestly, I'm pretty sure I have 5. I think I have 1 stock. So I can max a 5th when it's needed, but that car is ridiculously strong. I also have 3 of the 306 Maxis, so that's really cool. Really strong car. This is drag spec, and yes, I actually get value out of it. Shout out to NoSam for this idea. I always thought just because it has no top speed, it wasn't going to be very good, but that's an epic 0 to 60 in an ultra, 3.3 seconds. So as you can see, from 40 races, it actually has a 98% win ratio. Very crazy car. I mean, this car is just really good, man. I had it max as an epic. Well, actually no, I didn't have it max as an epic, but I had it upgraded as an epic. I remember my epic version of this, which is the one that you see here because I had it as an epic. I maxed the handling and I didn't touch anything else. So yeah, that was that. But this car is just too strong. It's way too strong. And then moving on to cap everything off with the Alpha Giulietta TCR, we have a lot more Subarus, like a lot more Subarus. 1 Nissan R33. I need more of those, to be fair. I've used a lot of them. Maybach 57S, obviously one of my favorite epics that went on to Ultra. This is just so strong, a blossom choice through and through. I have 3 Legend 3.7s. I do believe this is 223 Jaguar XK TRS convertible, Janetta G60, Scat Pack, 3 SRT 392s, 3 Trailblazers, 1 M5. I would love more of this, please. Amazing car. And 2 Alfa Romeo 4C Spiders. So real quick, I want to give you guys a breakdown of the 600 max ultras that I have. Out of 600, 155 are German, 119 are British, 114 are American, 105 Japanese, 67 Italian, 22 French, 7 Australian, 6 Swedish, and 5 Dutch. So yeah, that's pretty nice. And then when it comes to let's see, upgrades? Updates. 5 are Learn the Savannah Way, 6 are Lots to Lock, 17 Into the Black Forest, 15 on Amalfi Coast, 38 World Expo, and you can see the rest of the numbers. I am very interested to see my 5 over here. Yeah, so there's 2 Fiji Water, 2 Smurf, 1 Commodore, and it's already catching up to the Lock to Lock. Lock to Lock is at 6. I have 2 Janetta G40 G55s, a couple of Morgans, and a Janetta G60, so 3 of each. And then moving on, we have Enter the Black Forest, which I do believe it's mostly just BMWs and Porsches. Yeah, because I don't really want to touch the Audis. I think I have 2 Audis, or 1 and 2. 3 actually. That's quite a bit. That's a lot more than I expected. And then Amalfi Coast. Amalfi Coast I have a lot. 15 of these. So I have 3 of the Prototipos, 2 of the Hyenas, 2 of the 4C Spiders, and duplicates at the end. And I think World Expo, I think I'm almost done. I think I'm almost done with World Expo. I'm pretty sure there are not a lot of World Expo Ultras I'm actually missing anymore. Even most of the Audis I've already collected. I think there are not a lot that I'm missing. Let me see all cars. Yeah, so there's the S5. I've never unpacked this. I've never unpacked this. And I've never unpacked this. So those 3 I've never unpacked before. But I will max them when I get them. I've also never unpacked the Elias. Can you believe it? Or the TDI. Actually, every single Ultra that you see here, I've just not unpacked. Yeah, only 4 of them. I've never unpacked them before. So that's pretty interesting, actually. JPT, bunch of Subarus, American Frontier. I think I have every single one. Yeah, I have every single one. But yeah, I mean, obviously, guys, I'm just trying to get every single Ultra. If I go into all cars, I go into status, I go into unique and not own. Wait, unique, not owned, not owned. What am I looking for? Unique? Wait, I don't know how it works anymore. Oh no, this is the ones that I have unique. I want to, because I know there's a way of seeing like what are the Ultras that you don't have. Is it just not owned? Not owned, not wishlisted, uniques, duplicates. I think it's just not owned. Yeah, it's just not owned, bro. Yeah. So I'm missing 101 Ultras actually. So obviously most of them came from the new update. So out of the 101 that I don't own, and once again the tag just decided to go away. Out of 101, 6 miscellaneous. Nope, yeah, 13 are Savannah Way, 13 Lots to Lock, 18 and 6. So the most of them are from this. I'm missing 6 World Expo, 4 JPT, 2 European Revolution, none from American Frontier, none from French, 6 German Renaissance. I guarantee you they're all Volkswagen. Yeah, but that's basically it, man. These are all the cars that I'm missing. Obviously the Tribeca is going to be the last Ultra that I ever upgrade. Either that or this M3 convertible, because this car is garbage as well. So yeah, these are all the cars that I'm missing. This is another one, man. I just can't seem to unpack this. It's really good now, and I don't have it. So hopefully I'll get that soon. Falcon, I want that too. Some of these are prizes, obviously, but yeah, and obviously the 420. But honestly, guys, that's gonna be it. 600. I will be back to showcase 700 fully upgraded Ultras. You know that I will get there. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. I'm gonna stay safe, wash your hands, and blossom out. Peace.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Sit back, relax in my Bonneville.